Greetings, dear brothers and sisters, colleagues, educators, and keynote speakers, distinguished viewers from all over the globe. I'm Kamaku Felix. I'm a teacher at Mashuru Boys High School. I'm a Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert and a fellow. I'm also at the 21st DigiSkills Executive Board of Director, Events and Planning. I'm also an ambassador to various EduTech products and organizations. I want to welcome you to today's event. Yes, it's World Earth Day. We are celebrating today, and in our today's webinar, we are going to be having various speakers who are going to be taking us, or who are going to be taking the stage to speak on how we can be able to invest on our planet. But then before we do that, I want us to have a Kaut to set us off. So just get into your device, kaut.it, and then we get started. So Dr. Uche, I hope you can see my screen. Hello, Dr. Uche. Hello, Dr. Uche. Hello, Dr. Uche.
It is visible.
Okay. Thank you so much. So you are getting ready to join. We are getting ready to join. I hope you are ready. You already up. That is the game pin 20110. That is the game pin 20110. That is our game pin. Thank you. Op is in. Manat, thank you so much for joining. We are waiting for the others. Safal, we have seen you. You're most welcome. Thank you for joining. We are waiting for more players to join.
What is the number?
The number is 20110. 20110. The number is 20110. We are waiting for more players. Shainul, you're most welcome. Zoro has joined. Thank you so much. We are waiting for more people to join. Hello, you're most welcome. Zoro has joined. Shainul, we have Safar, Op, Manat. We are waiting for more people to join already. So far, we have six players. Yeah, so it is how you are able to join. You just go to kaut.it and then you enter the game pin. We are waiting for more players to join. We are waiting for more people to join. I posted the joining link in the chat box. You can check in the live chat. We posted the link so that you can just click and join. So far, we have 7 players. The pin is 20110. That is the pin, 20110. So far, we have only 7 players. We are hoping that we are going to be having more players joining. I've shared the link for joining, where you enter the game pin to join. I've already done that in the live chat. Kindly check on the live chat. We've shared the link. We've also shared the pin in the live chat. The pin is the game pin is 20110. Only 6 players have managed to join. We have Elo, we have Zoro, we have Shainul, we have Safar, Op, and Manat. There is one player who's dropped. We have 7 players right now. Yeah, more people have joined. We are right now we are at 10. That's amazing. Kindly just we have 11 people who have joined who have joined. We are waiting for more people to join. Right now we are at 13. We are waiting. We can have 2 more people and then we can start off. We are at 15.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, sorry, because I seem to have. Oh, how do I get into the cohort?
Now, you are supposed to go to kahoot.it. You can also click on the link that we had shared in the chat. There's a link that we had shared in the chat. You can click on it to
in
join.
The chat, where or private chat?
Yeah, check on the live chat.
On the where I don't see any chat here. Chat with everyone. Private chat, it says here.
Could you please,
you can click.
Could you please paste it in the private chat?
Okay, okay.
Sorry, I'm not very good at this. How to?
Look at it. It's placed on the screen, Prof. Look at it here.
I'm on the screen. Okay,
www.kahoot, KAHOOI.
Where is it? Yesterday I was able. Okay.
The pin is 20110.
Oh. Yeah, I see it, but where do I print? Let me see.
You go to kahoot.it.
Look at the screen here.
Okay, I'm at the screen now. So what do I do? Oh my God! I feel.
How to join? The instructions for joining. Professor Karidun from Malaysia. The instructions for joining are on the screen. The instructions for joining are on the screen. You are told to join at www.kaut.it.
Let me see.
www.kaut.it.
Yeah, where do I
and
type?
Then you go to any browser. Let's say Chrome. You can go to any browser,
okay.
and then once you go to the browser, you type www.it. You can see. Kindly find the instructions. Okay. Kindly find the instructions on the instructions are on the screen.
Yeah, but nothing is coming out.
Doctor,
I'm on Safari, but it's not.
Dr. Professor Karidun, have you managed to join?
No, I have not been able to. Nothing is coming out.
We said you go to you are supposed to go to www.kaut.it, and then
I'm
you'll
using
be
Safari.
I'm
using Safari, but it's not coming out.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, no, I can't seem to join. Yeah, you guys go ahead. Yesterday it was okay. Today I can't seem to. It doesn't seem to. It's not coming out.
So, for the interest of time, I can see the time is far much gone. I think we can start off with the ones who are present, and then probably the rest can. So we are starting off. Kindly check on the questions on the screen. I'm also going to be reading them aloud. Check on the questions from the screen. We are starting off. So we are starting off. I hope everybody is ready. It is World Earth Day, SDG. We are talking about SDG 13. The first question: fuels in a fire are things like leaves, trees, firewood, petrol. Is that true or false? Leaves, trees, firewood, are those fuels? True or false? Only 2 people have managed to answer the question. Let's see how things are going to be. I know there are some of us who are experiencing network challenges. On top, we have Nicoletta, we have Shorena, Op, Safar. So that is how things are. Let's see how things are going to be. We still have many questions to go. 14 more questions. The second question, number 2, is personal fire safety practices. Which one is wrong? Which one is not correct? Have a survival kit, know your safe zones, rely on social media, know the bushfire ratings. So which one is the correct answer? Colleague educators, the correct answer is rely on social media. We are not supposed to rely on social media. But when you are dealing with personal fire safety, it's good we have survival kit. We know our safety zones, and we also need to have the bush rating. Let's see how things are on the scoreboard. On the scoreboard, at top we have Isolda, we have Nicoletta coming at number 2. Position 3, we have Saval, Manat, and then Shorena. Let's see how things are going to be. We are moving to question number 3. Name the tallest freestanding mountain on Earth. Which one is the tallest freestanding mountain on Earth? Is it Kilimanjaro? Is it Mauna Kea? Is it Fuji? Or is it Everest? The tallest freestanding mountain on Earth. Remember, we are talking about the Earth. Yeah, that is correct. Only 5 people have gotten the correct answer. The tallest freestanding mountain on earth is Mount Kilimanjaro, and that is on the border. It is at the border of Kenya, where I am right now, and Tanzania. I know most of us have confused with Mount Everest. So at position 1, things are changing. You can see we are having Shorena, we have Safal, Isolda, Manat, and then Nicoletta. Let's see how things are going to be. We are moving to question number 4. Out of the 197 parties to the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, how many have ratified the Paris Agreement? So how many have ratified the Paris Agreement? So I know that one is a little bit technical. Let's see. 10 people have answered. 3 people have gotten the answer correct. It is 189. 189 have ratified the Paris Agreement. Probably I'll be mentioning something about the Paris Agreement. And then, so that is how things are on the scoreboard. That is how things are on the scoreboard. We are moving to the next question, number 5. Number 5, who was awarded the Nobel Prize for his contribution to climate action? Of the 4, who was awarded Nobel Prize for his contribution to climate action? Is it Greta Thunberg? Is it Al Gore? Is it Malala? Is it Ahmed? Remember? Yeah, the correct answer is Al Gore. So he's the one who was awarded with the Nobel Prize for the great work that he did to the climate action. So that is how things are. We are having Shorena, Nicoletta, Zoro, Safal, and then we are having kangaroos. We still have more questions. We are at question 6 out of 15. Dash accounts for about 2/3 of all the greenhouse gases and causes the planet to become warm. In other words, the gas that brings about global warming. So we are at question number 6. Eleven answers. We have 11 answers for that. The gas that has been contributing to much global warming, or that has been contributing to the global warming that we are experiencing, is the carbon oxide or the carbon dioxide gas.
Excuse me, sir. I'm not able to view the questions on the screen.
Okay, I don't know. Now, I'm reading the questions. You can check the questions on the screen. Where is the hottest place on Earth? Is it the Dead Sea? Is it the Grand Canyon? Is it the Rift Valley? Or is it the Furnace Creek? The hottest place on Earth. Which place is that? Yeah, the hottest place on Earth is the Furnace Creek. The Furnace Creek. So that's how things are on the scoreboard. We have Nicoletta, Shorena, then Kangaroo, Ekaterina, then we have Isolda. Now we are moving to the next question. Question number 8. The oceans, which cover dash percentage of the Earth surface, play a very vital role in the global climate system. So what is the percentage covered by the oceans? Is it 95%? Is it 72%? Is it 80%? Is it 6%? So what is the percentage of the oceans? The percentage that is covered by the ocean waters? The correct answer is 72%. 72% of the Earth's surface is covered by oceans. And as we know, they play a very vital role in the global climate moderation. So that is how things are on the scoreboard. We are having Nicoletta, Shorena, Kangaroo, Ekaterina. Then we have Isolda. We are moving to the next question. Dash is not one of the 6 climate positive actions to help rebuild economies from the COVID-19 pandemic. Which one is not one of the 6 climate positive actions that have assisted to help rebuild economies from the COVID-19 pandemic? Yeah, so the correct answer was supposed to be planting more trees. No one of the climate positive is not one of them. And then I'm going to be explaining further that So the next, that is how the scoreboard is. I'm moving a little bit faster because of time. When talking about ways to protect the earth, we often talk about being green. What does being green here mean? Taking measures to make environmentally conscious decisions? Is it only eating green food like broccoli, peas, and mint ice cream? Painting yourself all over green, or being jealous of everyone around you? Yeah, the correct answer is taking measures to make environmental conscious decisions that are not going to affect the environment. That is correct answer. So that's how things are right now as we talk. On the scoreboard, we are moving to the 11th question. 11 of 15. What are some of the ways you can start helping the earth a little more every day? Eating less meat, taking public transport or walking places where you need to go, using less plastics and more recycled materials, turning off lights when you leave the room. Ways you can start helping the earth a little bit every day, a little more every day. So all the answers are correct. Those are different ways we can be able to help the earth a little more every day. So that is how things are at the scoreboard. We are at question number 12. We have which of these things pollute the environment? You can pick more than one. Which of these things pollute the environment? Burning fossil fuels, littering, riding your bike to school, single use of plastic objects. So which one is the correct answer? You can pick more than one. So acceptable for that question. Yeah, so the only one that is not correct is riding your bike to school. It has nothing to do with polluting the environment. We are moving to the next question. That is how things are on the scoreboard. We are moving to the next question. That is question 13 of 15. Two more questions to go. You can be a warrior for the environment. Start with making conscientious choices. What does the word conscientious mean? Lazy, diligent, sloppy, tired. I think this one has to do with grammar, just a little bit of grammar. Our time is up. So it means diligent, making diligent choices. Now we go to the next question. That is how the scoreboard is at the moment. We are moving to the next question, 14 of 15. One way to reduce waste in landfills is to use biodegradable products. What is the definition of biodegradable? Artificially created in a lab, living underneath rocks, warm to the touch, rotting away naturally. So what is the meaning of the word biodegradable? Biodegradable means things that can be able to rot on their own, that are able to rot naturally. And then finally, that is how things are on the scoreboard before we go to the last.
Excuse me, Felix, the questions is not coming through on the screen.
They are supposed to be, they are appearing on their gadgets. Our planet is teeming with thousands of unique species of plants and animals. What is another word for teeming? So it is lacking, bursting, missing, wanting. I'm so sorry for that, Uche. The questions are appearing on their gadgets. Yeah, so that is bursting. So at position 3, we have kangaroo. At position 2, we have Ekaterina. And then on top position, we have Shorena. On the runners-up, we have Safar and Nicole. So that's how things are in our today's Kahoot. I'm so sorry that we were not able to, it was not able to appear on the screen. And really want to appreciate you for having taken part in the Kahoot. At this moment, I wish to recognize that so many educators who are joining us live from all over the world. I want to appreciate the so many of you who are following us live on Facebook. There are also those ones who are following us live on YouTube. We really want to appreciate you. And we are requesting that you keep sharing so that we have as many educators joining us as possible. Our first we are going to be appreciating more educators as we continue. I know we have so many people who are following us from all over the world. At this juncture, without further ado, I want to take this opportunity to invite the CEO and the founder of the 21st DigiSkills, Our Excellency Dr. Uche Linda, to give our opening remarks so that we can get to the business of the day. So you're most welcome, Dr. Uche Linda. Dr. Uche Linda.
I'm so sorry. I'm having some technical glitches here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
The network. Okay, network is freezing up on me. Okay, thank you so much. First of all, let me start with welcoming everyone. Let me officially welcome everyone on board and welcome to today's interactive webinar and happy World Earth Day. I'm so sorry, I'm freezing up. My network is is not stable. As you can see on the screen, I can't even be able to come up. But it's okay. I do want to first of all appreciate all our guest speakers. I'm so happy to have you all here. You are all welcome to today's webinar and happy World Earth Day. And all our viewers, you are all welcome. We are so sorry about the technical glitches that we experienced during the Kahoot game. It couldn't come on the screen at where it should be. We are directly apologize for that. Okay. Today is World Earth Day. 24 DigiSkills and is promoting sustainability and to raise public awareness of the problem. What problem are we talking about? Many nations in the world right now, as I'm talking to you, observing this day over the years to spread awareness of the need to protect the environment. The world also commemorates World Earth Day to increase public awareness of the dangerous and impact as regards to the global warming on our daily lives. As we are here all today to openly discuss these effects and impart knowledge on ways to prevent further damage from occurring and to reverse it. Environmental change is causing several problems. The planet on which we reside is Earth, which is the fifth largest on the Earth planet that orbits the sun. In the third planet, only on this planet Earth are humans, just like you and I and other creatures are also coexist peacefully in this planet Earth. So what we are here today is to create awareness, the important for us to preserve, take good care of our planet Earth, because it's only one Earth that we have. The temperature increases every day and has caused extreme climate shift and the global disasters. So if we do not quickly take care of our planet Earth, we are not going to survive. Even generations yet to be born, they are not going to see this day. So what I'm trying to say is that because we have only one Earth and it supported Earth. I'm so sorry, I'm freezing. It is a unique and the only location we have here. So it will put our survival at risk if we didn't take action, positive action to combat this climate change. So today we have speakers here that are going to share their perspective on different strategies different actions that we as humans can take to prevent or conserve our planet Earth. And we can start by doing little things in our homes. But let me stop here. I really want to welcome everyone. My network is so poor and freezing up. I don't know if you can still hear me. Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
I have freezed up again. Okay, oh, thank God. I'm just looking at the screen, I'm freezing up. So I really would like everyone to don't go nowhere. It's never going to be a dull moment for all of us here today. We have educators, we have different dignitaries, we have even students that are here and in the studio with us to share their own perspective about the climate change, how we can take good care of our planet Earth. So don't go nowhere. Grab a cup of coffee, or better still, you can popcorn or tea that will keep you going throughout this interactive session. Please, I remain Uche, and don't go nowhere, and do have a happy World Earth Day celebration. Thank you so much for your attention. Okay. Having been said that, we are going to start right off. Okay, the moderator is back because of the technical glitches. So sorry about that. So could you please take the stage and mic? They're all yours now.
Hello, Uche. Hello, Uche.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Dr. Uche. I had some slight technical challenge of the power went off, but I'm back, and I want us to start off our discussion for today with none other than His Excellency Dr. Yankee, joining us all the way from Indonesia. Dr. Yankee, you are most welcome. The stage is all yours.
Okay, thank you. Happy Earth Day. Good morning, afternoon, good evening. Here is evening or late midnight. Okay, so I'm going to share my presentation.
Kindly before you start, Dr. Yankee, you can
Yes.
give. You have 1 minute, 1 or 2 minutes to introduce yourself. Kindly introduce yourself first.
Okay, so I'm Yankee Hartiasti from University of Indonesia. I'm teaching human resource management and organizational behavior. And then I used to work for 15 years in a company, several companies, before I become a lecturer in University of Indonesia. So now I've been teaching for more than 20 years already. Yeah. And my favorite subject, of course, is leadership and human behavior in the organization. So, okay, have I shared my, a minute. Can you see my sharing? No.
Not yet, Dr. Yankee. Not yet.
So I have to.
It's coming up.
Huh? It's coming?
It's coming up.
Wait
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Oops. How do you say it? Wait a minute. It is share screen, right? I have to share screen. And then share screen, entire screen, share. Okay. Is it coming out?
Not yet. Not yet.
Is it?
Okay, let me just, there you go. There you go.
You can see? Okay.
Yes, Dr. Yankee, you can carry on.
Okay.
It's visible now.
So, I'm going to talk about save our planet from plastic waste. Yeah. So, can you see the movement of the slides?
Yes, they are visible.
Okay. So Earth is estimated to be 4.54 billion years old. Yeah, that's according to NASA. And then it is around 8.7 million species live on Earth. Yeah. You can see the movement of my slides, right?
Yes, we can.
Okay, good. So, however, around 400 million tons of plastics are produced worldwide every year for various purposes, ending up as garbage and damage the environment, including the ocean. So these plastic waste in the ocean usually are flexible plastic. So that is plastic sheets, bags, and packaging, which can cause blockage and intestinal infection, may lead to the death of whales, dolphins, and turtles. And it has threatened at least 800 species, killed 1 million seabird, 100,000 marine mammals, sea turtle, and fish in the large number every year. It is also a problem for Indonesia. So, for example, on November 18, 2018, carcass of a boxhead whale was discovered in the waters of Southeast Sulawesi. So when necropsy, the stomach contained hundreds of plastic waste weighing a total of 5.9 kilos. So which consists of 1,000 pieces of plastic ropes, 115 pieces of plastic cups for drinking water, 25 pieces of plastic bags, and one pair of flip-flops. So causal factor of this is that every year, Indonesian sea gets 70 to 80% plastic waste used for human consumption. So this cause 25% of marine fish species have contained microplastic materials which come from plastic waste in the ocean. What is this microplastic materials? It is particle less than 5 millimeter in size and can be consumed by plankton, one of the main food of fishes. So we Indonesian have National Strategic Plan, which is a Marine Plastic Waste Management 2018 to 2025, which include also action plan for handling plastic waste. So it will reduce waste in the sea by 70% in 2025. We will integrate program in national, regional, and global scope via reducing waste from activities on land and rivers. So since 2020, government involves private sector to implement it via National Plastic Action Partnership. So we process plastic materials derived from used packaging and combining them with new plastic materials that will be used for new packaging. And then we also launched clear plastic bottle packaging because it is easier to recycle than color plastic. We also redesigned packaging bottles of the products to reduce plastic materials such as thinning packaging plastic, shortening bottle shapes, and using recycled plastic as packaging materials. And we also use 100% recyclable plastic packaging, providing also refill station for several products at store for consumer to bring their own container to reduce waste. So the objective of these national strategic plans is that we want to reduce plastic waste in the sea and preserve biota in and around it. So by doing this, people can consume marine biota safely because they are not contaminated with microplastic. So hopefully we can achieve our target for the status of plastic pollution by 2025, 70%, and 2040, 0%. So these are the example of how we reduce plastic use. So we do not use plastic straw, and then bring refillable bottle, and then I'll always carry shopping bags and charge more for plastic bags. Don't offer single serving plastic sachet. Provide reusable cutlery and crockery. Use recyclable or refillable packaging. Avoid excessive food packaging. Convert waste into energy. So these are the examples. So to conclude, everyone is responsible to restore nature and build a healthy planet for all children and their children. Remember, Earth is our only home. So that's why we must love it with our heart. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Yankee, for the insightful presentation, and for most importantly for giving us a case study of Indonesia. I think that was quite insightful. So thank you so much. I really want to appreciate the so many comments that are coming in the chat box. We are getting your reactions. Pretty Protela says plastic is so ubiquitous that it has become an essential component of our daily lives, but the waste generated from it has reached staggering levels. I quite agree with you. So we're also having other reactions that are coming in, especially those ones that have to do with the CAUT. We really apologize. I think Dr. Uche talked about the same. We had some technical issues, and we really apologize for the same. So at this juncture, without further ado, allow me to introduce a very common guest here at the 21st Century DigiSkills team. A very common guest is Excellency Professor Khairuddin, joining us all the way from Malaysia. Professor, you're most welcome. Kindly take on the floor. Professor Khairuddin. Hello. So it's like a professor has been kicked out. So as he prepares to join, allow me at this juncture to introduce a very close friend, a very celebrated educator who has been moving from one place to another, been following a STEM enthusiast, joining us all the way from Greece. I want us to put ourselves together to welcome Her Excellency, Dr. Rania Lampo, joining us all the way from Greece. She has been a great inspiration to all of us.
Kamaku, excuse me, Professor K cannot, he is already here in the backstage, but he cannot join first.
Okay, let me check. Sorry for that. So kindly, Rania, you will just have to hold on as we have a professor first, and then you come in. Professor, you're most welcome.
Thank you. I've been waiting in the background. It shows here that I'm on backstage. I almost wanted to go off and go to sleep. Sorry, everyone.
Please don't do that, Professor. We really want to hear from you.
I was with Dr. Inga earlier on with another webinar also on World, what do you call, Earth Day. Okay, thank you.
Professor Khairuddin. Good luck.
Sorry. Okay, now I am so those who have heard me before, I'm going to repeat some of it. Yeah, I hope you will bear with me. Anyway, before I forget, I'd like to wish everyone a very happy World Earth Day. And I think the theme of what we are discussing tonight is very much on SDG 13, right, on climate change. Okay, and what do you call? And as I've said earlier on, about half an hour ago, the UN Sustainability Development Goal, the 17 SDG, is already a very beautiful blueprint, very beautiful document. And as I said that half an hour ago also, what we need to do is we all need to play our own little part, but that's not enough. The United Nations and all the nations all over the world need to be to pay attention to really walk the talk. The word is walk the talk. Otherwise, we'll be in trouble. Already, what do you call, which I missed telling the earlier group just now. Someone has mentioned just now. It's to me, I'm very concerned about it. It's personal. What do you call? I take it personally. This contamination of the ocean, which Dr. Yankee has very nicely also touched just now in a presentation. Now, do you know how much plastic is there in the ocean now? Estimated 75 to 199 million tons of plastic waste currently in our oceans. Okay, and with a further 33 billion pounds of plastic entering the marine environment every single year. That's scary, isn't it? The fish that we eat, all the species in the ocean that we eat, they all have some form of plastic inside it, right? Okay. Now, the SDG 13, which I already mentioned, talks so much about the climate change, and it's causing the climate change all over the world now. Someone yesterday or another webinar, I think was from Canada, was saying that she said, it's 40 - 40 now. I think it's in Ontario. That's because of this climate change, okay? And then again, the ocean contamination, I already mentioned about the plastics. And then the deforestation, a lot of virgin rainforests have been cut, and then the extraction of minerals and fuel, fossils and gases is still carrying on, okay? And then before I forget, I also like to mention, since we have someone from Indonesia today, the G20 met last December in Bali. And the interesting thing was that three major things were all agreed upon. Three major things. Number one is the global health architecture. Okay, and all this has got to do with the Earth, the planet. Okay, and all the constituents, the people, us. Okay, and the second theme was on transition, sustainable energy. Sustainable energy transition. There are options available. So what is it that we need to look at, and what is it that we need to do? Okay. And the last one is the last thing that they were discussing about was on digital transformation. And hopefully this digital transformation can help save our planet. Because, then we will not, that's what they say. But, when you talk about digitalization, do you also know that the waste that is being created from all these mobile phones? Google and find out. It's scary. It's frightening. Okay, that's another dysfunctional consequences. All right. And finally, my third. I don't intend to speak long. my third point, which I have also mentioned just in the earlier webinar a while ago, is on saving. The theme is investing your planet on this World Earth Day. So what I said then, and I'm saying it now today again, okay, is that we must tell all the billionaires, without mentioning their names, okay, not to invest in other planets. I know they all want to go to other planets. People preparing to go to Mars, Jupiter, but hey, please use all the resources and invest in our planet, all right? And then so that you can divert all the resources, okay, to invest in our own planet, which will then create employment. Then there will be economic development, okay? And at the same time, we'll also be paying attention. Everyone is talking about it, okay? The economic, environmental, social, ESG, and all that, every level. Okay, blah blah blah. Okay, so that's my take on today's topic. On basically the focus is on climate action. Okay, US and UN SDG 13. But generally, if you want to cover, there'll be so many areas that comes under SDG 13. But with that, I think it suffices for my sharing tonight on the things that I have mentioned to everyone. I'm sure the other learned speakers will pick up from where I left. Some have already mentioned it. With that, I now hand back the session to Bro, our friend from Kilimanjaro, Tanzania. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Khairuddin, joining us all the way from Malaysia. I always want to hear you speak and speak and speak and speak. I always want to listen to you speak. You are definitely one of the most celebrated, and distinguished educators we have. Thank you so much for sharing your wealth of experience. We are so happy to have you on the today's webinar.
Thank you.
Yeah, so next, as I had said, I want to introduce one of my very, very close friend, who is very passionate with STEM. I've been following whatever she has been doing, very, very active. She's always active. I always wish I could get a quarter of the energy that she possesses. She's always moving up and down from one country to another, from one webinar to another. And of course, she has a very, very, very she has a very, very chilling smile. That is none other than Rania Lampu, joining us all the way from Greece. Welcome, Rania, so that we can hear from you. You're most welcome.
Okay. Greetings from Greece. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Okay.
Rania, we can hear you.
Happy World Arts Day. I would like to congratulate 21st DG Skills for this initiative. And of course, thank Dr. Ruchi for her kind invitation always. And you, Dr. Felix, for your wonderful...
I can't see Dr. Rania. Someone is... okay, now I can see her. Okay.
There she is.
Okay, as you said, I'm a STEM instructor, global educator, ICT teacher trainer, researcher, the national speaker, author, and I'm working at the Greek Ministry of Education, at the Directorate of Educational Technology and Innovation, where I'm writing STEM projects for Greek schools, and also working as STEM instructor at the Greek Astronomy Space Company. So today we celebrate World Earth Day. Why? Because human activity has fundamentally change our planet, and we live on every continent. We have directly affected at least 83% of our planet's land surface, and our influence has impacted everything from the makeup of ecosystems to the geochemistry of Earth, from the atmosphere to the ocean. So many scientists define this time as the planet's history. By the scale of the human influence, they label it as a new geological epoch called the Anthropocene. May I share now my presentation?
Hello, Dr. Rania.
Is it visible now?
Yes, please.
Can you see the presentation? Okay. So first of all, the word Anthropocene derives from the two components of the ancient Greek sine, which denotes geological epoch or age, and anthropo, which is a Greek word that means a human species. If you haven't already watched this documentary, it's amazing. I suggest you, strongly recommend you to watch it. It's called Anthropocene, the Human Epoch, and it's actually a meditation on humanity's massive reengineering of the planet, which captures alarming ways in which this beauty has been disturbed. The movie follows the research of an international body of scientists, the Anthropocene working group, who, after nearly 10 years of research, argue that the Holocene epoch gave way to the Anthropocene epoch as a result of profound and lasting human changes to the Earth. So what is this? It's an informal, so far, geological chronological term that serves to mark the evidence extent of human activities, which had a huge impact on the planet. How this is related to environmental deterioration and climate change. Climate change is one of the most complex issues we face today. It involves many dimensions, moral, ethical questions, science, economics, society, and of course, it's a global complex problem that will be around for decades and centuries to come. According to the World Economic Forum report, the failure to mitigate and adapt to climate change will be the most impactful risk that communities face today. And according to the World Health Organization, climate change is expected to cause approximately 250,000 additional deaths per year between 2030 and 2050. So how climate change, what is the impact? So far, the world is now about 1 degree warmer than it was in the 19th century. The amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere has risen by 50%. And of course, if we do nothing, scientists think that global warming could exceed 4 degrees. Here you can see how temperature rise and what are the expectations. And what will be the extreme weather events are already more intense across the globe. Extreme temperatures can also increase the risk of wildfires, as is seen in Europe recently. Hotter temperatures mean that previously frozen ground will melt in places like Siberia, releasing greenhouse gases trapped for centuries in the atmosphere. In other regions, extreme rainfall caused historic flooding, and also people who live in developing countries are expected to suffer the most as they have fewer resources to adapt to climate change. The planet's oceans also are very habitats are under threat, and the scientists believe that at least 550 species could be lost this century. What are the causes? Of course, we know that generating electricity and heat by burning fossil fuels causes a large chunk of global emissions. Manufacturing good, because manufacturing industry produce emissions mostly from burning fossil fuels to produce energy. Cutting down forests, transportation, overconsumption, and power building. So these are the causes, and how this affect the world. We expect that the UK and Europe will be vulnerable to flooding caused by extreme rainfall. Many African nations will suffer droughts and food shortages. Australia also will eventually suffer extremes of heat and increases in deaths from wildfires. And what the governments are doing so far, we can mention the national agreement, the Paris Agreement 2050, and last year also the COP event, which was hosted in Egypt, where countries made new commitments to tackling climate change. And what happens in Europe? In Europe, we have the European Green Deal. This actually in 2019, the European Commission announced a strong shift of policy priorities and a policy roadmap towards environmental sustainability, and this is labeled as European Green Deal. In this deal, Commission pledged to reset its commitment to tackle climate change, to pursue a new growth strategy that could transform European Union into a sustainably resource-efficient and carbon-neutral economy by 2050. And what are the main axis is stepping up climate and energy policy with the aim of reducing the European Union greenhouse gas emissions by at least 50% by 2030 and achieving climate neutrality by 2050. The European Union pledged to revise and enforce all relevant climate-related policy instruments. Industrial strategy for a carbon-free circular economy, because the European Union intends to double the recycling rate by 2030 promote sustainable product design, reuse, and recycling. Building or renovating energy resource efficient ways, sustainable, of course, smart mobility with the aim of green transport. It aims to support the technology and infrastructure development for multimodal transport systems, greening common agricultural policy, preserving and protecting biodiversity, in order to amplify the protection of ecosystems and biodiversity. We strongly expand the area covered by the European Natura 2000 network of protected nature areas, and the zero pollution vision for a toxic-free environment, because this actually concerns the revision of the European Union air quality standards. This is a book that I recommend you also to read. I have read it recently. It's of Bill Gates, How to Avoid the Climate Disaster, What We Can Do as Citizens, as Consumers, as Employees. And tree plantation is, of course, one of the main priorities of each individual, because the trees have ecological, environmental value, personal, spiritual value, practical value, because they combat climate change. Trees absorb carbon dioxide, remove and store the carbon while releasing oxygen back into the air. They can clean the air, they can cool the cities, they can conserve energy, they save water, beautify spaces, and heal, because studies have shown that patients with views of trees out of their windows can heal faster and with less complications, and help capture rainwater and many, many other benefits. So as educators, what I suggest in order to protect its pillars of sustainability, human, economic, social, environmental sustainability, it's environmental education, education for sustainable development. Why? Because it promotes active learning, citizenship, and student leadership, empowers youth to share their voice and make a difference. This is contextual, this should be interdisciplinary and holistic, and value-driven also. So we aim for a democratic, inclusive society. We need environmental literate community members, and of course we need environmental education framework, environmental literacy, and this environmental literacy depends on learners' ability to speculate, to hypothesize about the world, and learners must be familiar with inquiry, how to master skills for gathering, organizing information, to synthesize information. So it's interesting to do outdoor activities with students in nature, and this way students can adopt healthy lifestyles. Another set of skills about question and lies interpretation, skills for understanding and addressing. Students develop an understanding of how changes in one system results in changes in another. Skills for analyzing and investigating environmental issues, decision-making, action skills, personal civic responsibility, how to accept the personal responsibility, and how STEM can help us. It has been proven that STEM can actually help face these complex issues like climate change. Here, one of my projects of my students, what they have done, how STEM technology Arduino, they created a miniaturized model of an apartment with the noise pollution, and they suggest ways of how we can do it in real life, how we can reduce noise pollution in our apartment. This is the programming, and apart from this, before concluding, here in the Greek Ministry where I'm working, recently launched a project which is called We're Changing Year's Climate. It combines environmental, STEM education, and arts. It's based on five STEM development goals. And it is addressed to primary school students. Why primary school students? Because students at this age, from an early age, should be inculcated all these values of altruism, compassion, and how to learn how to love and respect the environment. So during this program, students have the opportunity to learn about anthropogenic factors that influence climate in Greece and in other countries. They get acquainted with various ways in which humans intentionally affect the Earth's environment. They have the opportunity to experiment, to create, to solve authentic problems through exploratory discovery, experiential learning. They can cultivate, of course, their creativity and realize that we all have responsibility to protect the Earth's climate. Some of the activities is, of course, about recycling, plantation tree, building within the meteorological station, experiments to simulate weather phenomena, measurements of temperature, etc. My goal of this project is, of course, to sensitize teachers and students to cultivate the concept of active citizenship and encourage students at an early age to reinforce their social sensitivity, their environmental responsibility, and their ecological consciousness. Apart from this, I'm the founder of many humanitarian STEM projects which aim to help underprivileged children, vulnerable groups, to increase the level of to improve the quality of life, and of course, I said before, STEM in developing countries is important for sustainable living. So thank you very much for your attention and happy World Earth Day.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, Dr. Rani Lampu, for that great presentation. That was brief and precise, although I know the presentation would have taken a longer time. Your constraint was time. So thank you so much for that wonderful presentation. And we are looking actually forward to learning more from you. Especially, I'm so passionate with STEM. I really want to learn so much from you. And you are one of the educators that I really, really admire because of the immense knowledge and wisdom that you have. So thank you so much. At this juncture, without further ado, maybe before we go to the next presenter, we can look at the reactions from the live chat. We have Isaiah Kiagwi from Kenya who says, World Earth Day, established in 1970, was established in 1970. We have David who is saying, interesting presentation. That is directed to Rania. We have Eliko Akobia who says, well done presentation. That was excellent. And then we have Madat Kasem who say the recent world crisis obliged some countries, unfortunately, to use coal as a source of energy. This could be considered as a setback. Preti Putela, my dear friend, joining us all the way from India, says, congratulations, Rania. Excellent presentation. So thank you so much, Rania. And this juncture, without further ado, allow me to introduce the country president and director, 21st DigiSkills representative of Georgia, Her Excellency Dr. Inga Kachilava. She's a very, very passionate educator also. I think the team that Dr. Uche brought today brings together some of the most passionate educators that I've come across. Dr. Inga Kachilava is very passionate, and she has really done a lot in Georgia. I think I can say a little bit about her. She has done so much to Georgia. And I think Georgia has one of the most followers in the 21st DigiSkills, courtesy of our excellent
of
Dr.
course.
So thank you so much, Dr. Inga, for the great work you are doing. And we are hoping that
Thank
you
you
are
so
going to
much.
continue with the great
Thank
work.
you. Thank you.
Most
Welcome to
You can take
everyone
on the
from.
stage.
Thank you so much. Welcome to everyone from Georgia. It is a very important day today, yes, and I am glad that we are together. Congratulations to all. I'm very happy, and I have presentation. Please allow me to share. Thank you, all speakers. Okay. Is this visible? Yes?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Okay. What is Earth Day? Since 1970, Earth Day has been a series of events aimed at educating the public about how we can save the planet. That year, 20 million people demonstrated on Earth Day. Today, the annual event has almost a billion. At the end of the 20th century, man has widely exceeded the limits assigned to him in the biosphere, which led us to the processes taking place in the biosphere before breaking the balance. When man began to have power over nature, began to use its unreasonably, which is why the natural resources of the planet are being degraded. Air and water pollution is increasing catastrophically. Forest areas are decreasing. Fertile lands are suffering confusion. The amount of waste increases. People do provoking natural diseases. Temperature rise, depletion of the ozone layer, acid rain, reductive and accumulation of toxic waste, all of the above represents a threat to the existence of living organisms. This problem, this is a very big problem, is global in nature and affects all humanity. Human economic activity. Human project generates part of the biosphere, a product of its evolution, but its relationship with nature has always been problematic. The number of the Earth's population increased dramatically. Increased industrial and agricultural production. Water consumption is constantly increasing, and one of the threats is the exhaustion of its supply. Okay, the condition of the forest, one of the problems of modernity global problem. Forest area in the biosphere, the reduction leads to the interruption of the oxygen and carbon cycle to weather. It is widely known that the forest destruction many results, but nevertheless continues to this day its destruction, followed by the death of flora and fauna. Soil pollution and exhaustion. Soil is the resource that suffers the most exploitation and pollution. Agricultural production's decrease is related to the decrease in soil fertility with. In hot climates, excessive watering causes the soil to lose salinity. Radioactivity of the soil creates a great danger pollution because radioactivity substance from the soil gets into the plant and from there into human and animals in the body, where it accumulates and causes various diseases. Chemical substances are especially dangerous. Our main task is protect nature on which depends our future generation and as a whole the existence of our planet in the future. In order to our for the future to be great and bright, more attention is needed treating and helping the environment. In particular, it is our duty to don't litter and don't allow others to litter the environment. Organize action against those factories and production which pollute the environment. Let's protect animals and plants. Reduction of natural diversity. Natural is results in intensive use of resources and pollution, reducing the diversity of living organisms. During the last 300 years, mammals were destroyed on years. More breeding species than in the previous 10,000 years at a distance. Okay, so our main task is to protect nature, on which depend our future generation and as a whole the existence of our planet in the future. Investment in energy efficiency. investment in clean transport, investment in food and agriculture innovation, invest in nature-based solutions, including the pollution. And now I want to present to you the pictures of my work with students. Thank you so much. And thank you for everything, dear Uche, for this really amazing opportunity. Yes, we can do together many good things.
Yeah, so thank you so much. Dr. Inga, for that presentation. That was awesome. I want to concur with you that our main task is protect nature, and that we need to probably there is need to organize for action against companies or institutions that pollute the environment. So thank you so much for that.
Thank
We are
you.
moving. Okay, we are moving to the next presenter. Before that, maybe we need to look at what people are saying in the live chat. We have Nani, who says the earth is our common home. It needs care and attention. That is very, very powerful. So that is very powerful coming from Nani. And then we have Medat, who says that was a wonderful presentation, Inga. And then we have Asen, who says it's great. Good luck to everyone. And then we have lastly we have somebody, I don't know, the name is not readable. It says Our Pride, Inga Kachilava. And then of course we have best wishes, dear sister, that is coming from Her Excellency Nada Ratkovic, is following us live from Croatia.
Thank you, all of you.
Yeah, so next, without further ado, I want to take this opportunity to allow me to introduce one of the youngest SDG ambassador who is joining us all the way from India. Our Excellency, let me use that term, Manat Kaur, young at age but doing a remarkable work in the field of academia. So welcome, the floor is yours. Manat, kindly, let me check if you're on mute. Kindly check if you're on mute. We can't hear you.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you now. You can carry on.
Excuse me, is the screen visible?
The screen is very visible. Kindly carry on, Manat.
We do not inherit the earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children. Namaskar. A soothing, tranquil, and peaceful day to all. Today, I, Mannat, of class 10th of Brahmdat Bluebells Public School, Gurgaon, Haryana, India, I'm going to express my outlook on the topic Invest in Our Planet. On April 22nd, every year, Earth Day is celebrated with the agenda to spread awareness about environmental protection and acknowledge the global climate crisis. Earth Day was founded in 1970 by Gaylord Nelson. With every passing day, the climate is getting worse, and it is our responsibility to conserve and preserve Mother Nature. This year, the theme for Earth Day is Invest in Our Planet. The theme focuses on acting boldly, innovating broadly, and implementing equitably. This day is commemorated to make the public cognizant of how they can assist in saving the earth from pollution, global warming, water scarcity, or any issue. Now imagine you take a nap one night and when you wake up, your home is not there. Boom! Everything you loved, all gone. That would have been the case for all the flora and fauna in the Amazon forest. Numerous species are becoming extinct, which is proven enough by the fact that we are in the sixth mass extinction phase. Nearly 200 species are getting extinct every single day. Our Asiatic cheetahs, along with pink headed ducks and even the western black rhinoceros, are all gone. Illegal tree fellings to satisfy greed has become the greatest threat to our ecology. The Great Smog of India, a book wonderfully written by Dr. Siddharth Singh, clearly defines how we are yearning for good oxygen today. If we continue to exploit Mother Earth, then that day is not far when oxygen will be sold in bottles. But what is the solution to this? There is a beautiful machine which sucks in carbon dioxide, is cost efficient, and is built by itself. This machine is none other than the precious trees around us. We were born, and the cradle came from the tree. We learned to walk, and the walking aids came from the tree. We learned to write, and the pencil came from the tree. We married, and the garden came from the trees. We slept, and the cogs came from the trees. We died, and the coffin came from the trees. We were burnt, and the wood came from the trees. This is how important trees are. And I want everyone present here to take an oath to plant a tree on every occasion as a little offering to Earth, which has bestowed upon us this heavenly nature. Scientists suggest that the most promising way to protect endangered species is to protect their habitats, their homes. One of the ways we can safeguard our pristine environment is by getting involved and volunteering at our nature local center or wildlife refuge. This wildlife related recreation also creates millions of jobs and supports local businesses. Leaving this aside, there is another major obstacle. We all must have heard about the word carbon footprints. However, what is carbon footprinting? Carbon footprinting is the total amount of greenhouse gases, including carbon dioxide and methane, that are generated by our activities. Each person's daily carbon footprint amount the possible impact their life has on the environment. But we can reduce our carbon footprint by taking some effective measures. One of them is reducing waste. Following the three basic R's, which is reduce, reuse, and recycle, are a must. Reusing non recyclable products like spray bottles and other household items. Reducing the use of plastic and other products which might be harmful to the nature. Recycling waste materials to form new products. We can also purchase items with less packaging or bring our own containers and shop in the bulk section. Another method is driving less and choosing the alternatives like carpooling, cycling, etc. Carbon footprinting can also be decreased by saving electricity and water. School plays a very important role in shaping the young minds of their students. Each student needs a guiding light to discover and learn. This guidance has been remarkably provided by my school. As a proud Bluebellian, I can say that Brahmdat Bluebells Public School takes all the initiatives to teach us to treat Mother Earth with care and affection. Our school has organized innumerable workshops, rallies, and competitions on Earth and our environment to educate students. This builds the sentiment of gratitude in all of us towards our precious Earth. Our school has provided segregated waste dustbins, rainwater harvesting setups, and many other facilities which contribute to the sustainability of nature. Our planet needs our investment now. We must learn from our past and prepare for the future. We must protect the remaining endangered species and make sure they do not become a name just heard of. As we look forward to 2023, it is crucial that we all come together as one and preserve this divine gift of God. We must invest in Earth because there is no other planet B. For a green, prosperous, and equitable future to become a reality, we must take a leap now. Thank you. Have a nice day.
So thank you so much. Ambassador Manat Kaur. That was not only powerful, but it was also very, very insightful. So thank you so much for that great presentation.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're most welcome. So at this juncture, without further ado, I want to take this opportunity to welcome our next presenter, who is going to be Ambassador Manat. We are bringing another one on board. She's going to be our next speaker. You're most welcome. Kindly, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're
Greetings
most
from the
welcome.
land. Greetings from the land of diversity to one and all. Myself, Youth Ambassador Manpangalar Nija from India. I'm 10 years old. I'm the youngest Speak Up champion, certified TED speaker, international storyteller, and published author. Want to extend my sincere gratitude to Uche Linda ma'am for making me part of World Earth Day webinar year 2023. The theme is invest in our planet, protect our future. We all should take a pledge to save Earth, save the world. It's indeed an honor to be among dignified speakers present here from different parts of the globe. Let me start off with the beautiful quote of Albert Einstein. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. Let us love trees with every breath we take until we perish. I firmly believe that he who plants a tree plants a hope. The existence of trees is vital for our living. Trees enhance the environment and take care of most of our needs. All forms of life are directly or indirectly dependent upon it. These woody plants maintain a regular renewal of their growth. As a nature activist, I want to encourage everyone to participate in plantation drive. As the true meaning of life is to plant trees under whose shade you don't expect to sit so that we can have the best future. Hope everyone present here will agree with me that trees are the pillars for sustaining life on Earth. They consume carbon dioxide and by photosynthesis emit oxygen. By holding the soil to its roots, it also assists in reducing soil erosion. They also absorb atmospheric carbon and store it in their wood and bark, thus slowly the rate of global warming. Not only these, but planting trees has many more advantages than we know and understand, like they give off oxygen that we need to breathe, reduces the amount of stormwater runoff, which reduces erosion and pollution in our waterways and may reduce the effects of flooding. Many species of wildlife depend on trees for habitat. Their importance is increasing as they continue to satisfy our everyday needs, as they provide us food, protection, and homes for many birds and mammals. The role of trees in satisfying human needs has expanded with human evolution. One more thing, trees play an important role in maintaining balance in the ecosystem and keeping the environment clean and healthy. In fact, ecological disruption or imbalance can lead to droughts, floods, and many other disasters and natural disasters that can equally harm life and property, which is why it is imperative that we save and conserve trees so as to be able to maintain balance in the ecosystem and ensure overall health and harmony. To do this, we must plant more trees to neutralize the destruction of this planet, as well as the damage already done, and save all kinds of lives on it. Trees being the longest living species on planet Earth provide a connection between the past, present, and the future. They influenced almost every aspect of the environment. We all know the process trees undergo photosynthesis, where it absorbs the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere through its tiny pores called the stomata and water from the soil and convert these to sugars with the help of the absorbed energy from the sun. During this process, the trees release the essential thing that help us exist on this planet, oxygen. Trees also act as carbon sinks since they can absorb carbon dioxide from the environment and store it. They help to decrease carbon amounts from the environment and purify the air. They also aid in the reduction of the toxic impact of the greenhouse effect. Our day to day activities are dependent upon trees. They offer a helping hand in reducing summer's devastating heat by acting as cooling agents. A city or a place without trees is called a heat island. The presence of trees breaks up this heat island and makes it favorable for living. Apart from that, they provide us with valuable medicines, fuel, timber, and shelter. Ambassador Manat Pankalarnija want to request everyone stop being so ruthless towards trees and not be cruel to trees when they offer us so many gifts. Please understand, trees are poems that the earth writes upon the sky. If you cut a tree, you kill a life. If you save a tree, you save a life. If you plant a tree, you plant a life. I have done my part by planting trees. Now it's your turn. Thank you.
So thank you so much. Thank you so much, lovely Angel. That was quite insightful. That was, you are so eloquent. You are so articulate in your presentation. That was so good. So I want to concur with you that when you cut a tree, you kill life. When you plant a tree, you do what? You bring life. You bring
life.
Wow, that's awesome. That is great. Thank you so much, dear Ambassador Manat. That was great. We are looking forward to seeing you in our subsequent presentations. So at this juncture, without further ado, we are almost coming to the end, but we have around 4 more presenters to go. At this juncture, without further ado, I want to take this opportunity to welcome none other than Our Excellency Ambassador Eliko Akobia, joining us all the way from Georgia. So, Your Excellency, the floor is yours.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Once again, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I introduce myself once again. I'm an English teacher from Georgia. Since 2010, I have been working as an English teacher, and I'm very hardworking, social, friendly, and development-oriented person. I'm involved in many different educational organizations such as eTwinning Global Teachers Community, Kikos Talking International Internship University, 21st DigiSchool, and others. And I have participated as a speaker in international webinars. I have received many internationally accredited certificates. And today I am presenting my presentation. Is it visible? Global warming. The process of gradual increase in the average annual temperatures of the Earth's surface, atmosphere, and ocean. It represents the long-term increase in the average temperature of the Earth's climate system, expressed by direct temperature, visual instruments, and indicators of various warming effects. This is the main aspect of climate change, which, in addition to the increase in global surface temperature, also includes such consequences as change in atmospheric precipitation. Although there have been prehistoric periods of global warming, the observed changes since the mid-20th century have been unexpected in speed and magnitude. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change came to the conclusion that human influence of the climate has been the dominant factor in climate warming since the middle of the 20th century. These results of the study are recognized by the scientific academic of many countries and are not disputed by any national or international scientific body. Humans have a major impact on greenhouse gas emissions, with more than 90% of the impact coming from carbon dioxide and methane. Fossil fuel combustion is the main source of these gases, with agriculture emissions and deforestation also playing an important role. Climate sensitivity to these gases is linked to feedback such as loss of snow cover, increased water vapor, and thawing of terrible soils. Land surfaces are warming faster than ocean surfaces, resulting in heat waves, wildfires, and expanding deserts, increasing atmospheric forcing and eruption rates, and causing more intense storms and extreme weather, damage the infrastructure and agriculture. Rising surface temperatures are greatest in the Arctic and impacting glacier retreat. Permafrost and sea ice. Sea impact on the environment has resulted in the extinctions or migration of many species due to the change in their ecosystems, directly or coral reefs, mountains, and the Arctic. Land surface temperatures will stabilize and fall slightly if emissions were reduced, but other impact would last for centuries, including sea level rise from melting ice, sheets, rising ocean temperatures, and ocean acidification from high levels of carbon dioxide. Countries work together on climate change under the umbrella of the United Nations Framework Convention in Climate Change, which has near universal membership. The purpose of the convention is prevention of dangerous anthropogenic interference with the climate system. What change does global warming cause around the world? Climate change affects many products, from potatoes and bananas to seafood and olive oil. There is also an assumption that is the coming decades, as a result of climate warming, we will lose five products, and the first of them is called coffee. In the near future, the drink will become delicious and will no longer be so easily available. The reason is that the cultivation of coffee, for example, requires special conditions. It needs a tropical climate, a highly regions, stable temperature, and rainfall throughout. And because the early temperature change of even 1 degree has a negative effect on the planet. As for tea plantation, the situation here is much better. Obviously, a decrease is expected, and by 2050, it is expected to be held, especially in East Africa. But in addition to the decrease, there is a problem with equality, which periodically decreases in loose its flower. Global warming and longer hot days put another of the world's oldest countries, brandy and whiskey production, at risk as the scorching sun makes the grapes too sweet to make brandy and or whiskey. However, the increase in average temperature disrupts the current climate system, making the weather unpredictable and extreme. And chocolate trees are very sensitive and hard to tolerate this change. Due to the evolution of this condition, its number has decreased by 40% in the last 40 years. We will also have to say goodbye to peanuts in the near future, as global warming is destroying these crops as well. Growing it is a difficult process because it especially likes stability. Given the seriousness of the matter and to prevent it from getting out of control, the scientific community gathered at United Nations Climate Change Conference in Madrid in December 2019 to raise awareness of the current climate emergency and report on how to avoid it. Global warming, the overall goal is to reduce temperature rise to pre-industrial levels below 2 Celsius due to increases greenhouse effects on current instruments. Therefore, reducing greenhouse gas emissions from factories, vehicles, or commercial activities is a top priority in the new country. Otherwise, the United Nations has estimated that in the 2040s, humanity will reach its maximum limit in terms of environmental pollution, and its impacts on the planet will be devastating, even irreversible. The vast majority of the world's government and corporations are taking responsibility for protecting our species and analyzing how they have met climate change through their actions. Controlling carbon emissions is essential to combat climate change, which is poisoning the planet and is one of the main causes of global warming. However, this battle falls entirely on each of us. Much of the key to preventing global warming lies in our attitudes and actions. It is clear that we use more energy than we need, so it is necessary to take measures now to save resources and reduce emissions. Next, we offer a series of recommendations. Performing simple everyday tasks that are part of our natural behavior is enough to make a significant difference that in the medium term will have significant benefits for our collective health. Use less cars and more public transport. Is it terrain in your area allows it? Use bicycle to reduce CO2 emissions. Use low consumption techniques. Turn it often not in use and adjust the thermostat of the heating or cooling unit. Eat local food. In this way, you avoid emissions from transportations. Save water. Keep the system running normally by turning off the faucets when not in the use. Use biodegradable products. Therefore, you can avoid contamination with plastic. Reach out to neighbors to share alternatives. These groups are integral in demanding sustainable measures from the government. Ecological and economics aspects. Reducing emissions from industry, cars, or power plants is not enough to combat global warming. In addition, the world must follow a diet, eat less meat, reduce food waste, and commit to sustainable land management. A few facts that explain these recipes. Agriculture, forestry, and other land use activities already generate 23% of greenhouse gas emissions. We waste 25% to 30% of the food we produce. If not stopped, deforestation will release more than 50 billion tons of carbon into the atmosphere within 30 to 50 years. Energy use in construction and buildings is responsible for 39% of global carbon dioxide emissions. Rural to urban migration will continue, and it is expected that approximately 230 billion thousand square meters of new infrastructure will be built in the next few years. Renewable energy is a free, pollution-free, and inexhaustible resources provided by nature. Therefore, any investment in renewable energies is an investment in a sustainable future. In this sense, it seems that we are doing our homework. From 2009 to 2019, the world's renewable energy capacity has quadrupled. Individual actions, what can we do? Also, global warming is a global issue. We can all take individual actions to reduce our carbon footprint. This includes driving less, eating less meat, and using energy efficient appliances. We can also advocate for policy change and support organizations working to combat climate change. I hope that with this information you can learn more about how to prevent global warming. And last, thank you very much for inviting me to this webinar. These issues I talked about are very important because only we can save our planet from global warming. The earth is crying out for help, and we must do everything we can to save it. Thank you again for your attention.
Wow.
Ouch.
So thank you so much, Ambassador Eliko Akobia from Georgia. That was remarkable. We really appreciate you for the great work that you are doing.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're most welcome. So next, I want to take this opportunity to welcome a very special person, global school advocate, gender equity advocate, and also a child protection officer, joining us all the way from the land where the CEO comes from. Allow me to take this opportunity to welcome Her Excellency Ambassador Martha T. Jesuleke. I don't know if I've pronounced that name properly. She'll be able to tell us if that is how it is pronounced or not. So, Your Excellency, you're most welcome. I hope she's in. Martha?
Okay, I think she's having some technical glitches. I'll call upon another person. She's not here right now, but she was here. She's having some technical glitches. Call another person.
Okay, no problem. So I think we can go to the next presenter, who is Ambassador Maka, joining us all the way from Georgia.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Share my presentation.
Yeah, we can hear you. First of
Can
all,
you hear me?
introduce
Okay.
yourself.
Yes.
Hello, everyone.
We can hear you. We can also see your screen.
Yeah. See my presentation?
Yes.
Yeah. Welcome, everyone from Georgia. With great respect, I am very happy to be a participant. I am very happy to be a participant of this extraordinary interactive webinar. I am Makas Sikharulidze from Georgia. I am English teacher. Thanks for the invitation, dear Dr. Uche. Thank you to the biggest fan of my successful past, my dear Inga Khatilava. Good luck to everyone. I am proud of you and I am proud of myself next to you. Go green and support the transition to a green economy. Earth Day reminds us to take care of the planet. By our action, we can have a positive influence on this process. Air pollution can harm us when it accumulates in high enough concentrations in the air. Millions of us live in areas where urban smoke, particulate pollution, and toxic pollutants cause serious health problems. Environmental organizations around the world often urge people not to use public transportation when they can walk. Cycling is also recommended. They also tell us that if we stick to the local products, then we will reduce the amount of fossil fuel. It's transportation. Waste recycling is also one of the ways to avoid air pollution. However, scientists recommend that we take a walk outside in the morning because the ozone level is lower at this time. If you spend a lot of time on the streets, stay away from busy roads as much as possible. After you get home, take a shower and wash your clothes to remove the fine particles. Why is the air so important? Air is important for living things. Breathing is part of a process called respiration. During respiration, a living thing takes in oxygen from the air and gives out carbon dioxide. This process gives animals and plants the energy to eat, grow, and live life. What are the causes of air pollution? Air pollution is caused by solid and liquid particles and certain gases that are suspended in the air. These particles and gases can come from car and truck exhaust, factories, dust, pollen, mold spores, volcanoes, and wildfires. Air pollution is a major global environmental risk to our health and food security. It is estimated to cause about 37 million premature deaths worldwide and destroys enough crops to feed millions of people every year. I want to talk about the importance of ecosystem for health. Healthy ecosystems clean our water, purify our air, maintain our soil, regulate the climate, recycle nutrients, and provide us with food. They provide raw materials and resources from medicines and other purposes. They are at the foundation of all, and the combination of living and non-living nature in the living environment is called an ecosystem. Land use change, pollution, poor water quality, chemical and waste contamination, climate change, and other causes of ecosystem degradation all contribute to biodiversity loss and can pose considerable threat to human health. A sustainable ecosystem is one that, over the normal cycle of disturbance events, maintains its characteristic diversity of major functional groups, productivity, and rates of biochemical cycling. And healthy ecosystems clean our water, purify our air, maintain our soil, regulate the climate, recycle nutrients, and provide us with food. And a healthy and diverse ecosystem is one that provides abundant and beneficial service to its constituents, such as food, water, shelter, economic livelihood, recreation, and natural beauty. Ecosystems produce clean air. The natural production and maintenance of clean air is important for overall human health and well-being. The air around us naturally provides clean air that is produced from a series of complex interactions between the land and atmosphere. And our earth can only continue to sustain us if we protect its biodiversity, the individually yet interconnected chain of plant and animal species that hold our world together. Every life form, however tiny, is essential to the whole. And let's work hand in hand to build a better world for us and our coming generation. Why just April 22nd as Earth Day? Make every day as Earth Day. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much, Dr. Uche.
Yeah, so thank you so much.
Everyone.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency Maka, for that great presentation.
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. So at this juncture, I want to take this opportunity to welcome our last presenter. Our last presenter is going to be Ambassador Safal, joining us all the way from Nepal. So you are most welcome, Your Excellency Ambassador Nepal. Kindly, you can start off by giving a brief introduction of yourself. We cannot hear you. Kindly check, confirm if you could be on mute. Hello, Sapal. We can't hear you. It's like you're on mute. Kindly, you can check.
Now go ahead.
Hello. Hello, Sapa. You can check on your, kindly check on if you could have muted yourself. I just want to confirm if we have, if Her Excellency Martha has joined us. Seems she has not yet joined. So we are waiting for Sapal to join.
He's back.
Yes. Hello. Seems to be having some challenges with the network. Hello, Sapa.
Okay, he's back.
So, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Kindly carry on. Sorry for the network challenges.
No problem. Okay. I need to bring one. So,
Sapal,
hello
you can.
everyone. I'm Ambassador.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Kindly.
Can you hear me now?
Kindly. Yes, we can. Kindly put it on slideshow. Put your presentation on
Okay.
slideshow so that we can see it properly.
So you can see my presentation.
Yes, we
Is it
can.
visible?
Yes.
So, hello everyone. I'm Ambassador Safal Dungana from Nepal. I'm an ambassador, international volunteer, certified global trainer, chairman at Xavier Youth Red Cross Circle, which is affiliated with Nepal Red Cross Society. And I also certified lifetime member at Institute of Global Professional, champion and social activist. So the today's topic is causes, effect, and solution of global warming. Save Earth, save the world. World Earth Day. It is a worldwide event that occurs once a year on April 22. It celebrates the environmental diversity of Earth and highlights ways of protecting our planet. Earth Day is the first event that transcends all national borders. The first Earth Day celebration took place on April 22, 1970 in New York City. Each year on April 22, more than 1 billion people celebrate Earth Day to protect the planet from things like pollution and deforestation. It is really necessary to invest in our planet, as it is vital to maintain the natural wealth of Earth to continue life on Earth. Global warming. The rising temperature of Earth's surface is global warming, which is in point of fact dangerous for life on Earth. It has negative impacts in human life and health, animals, plants, the oceans, extreme weather, crops, sea levels, hurricanes, and tropical storms. With the increase in human population, the burning of fossil fuels has rocketed up. Burning of fossil fuels such as oil, natural gas causes which is known as greenhouse effect. Global warming. It's not a joke. Helping the earth is helping yourself and all of us. Do something for our planet now before it's too late. Global warming is our problem. This planet is our home, and if we don't do something to protect it, who will? When the sun rays enter the Earth's atmosphere but cannot escape back into the space due to greenhouse gases, its greenhouse effect. These gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, water vapor, chlorofluorocarbon, hydrofluorocarbons, and nitrous oxide are produced by burning the fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and natural gas, which prevent the heat from leaving the atmosphere. The level of sea is soared up caused by the expansion of warmer seas, melting ice sheets,
Come out of
glaciers.
this place. Roots. One more.
Global warming causes climate change, which poses a grave threat to life on Earth in the forms of white flooding and extreme weather. The agriculture and productivity of nation can affect by the uncertain climate change. The global temperature is rise over time due to excess heat in atmosphere, which is known as global warming. Causes of global warming. Harmful gases, greenhouse gases is released from industries and automobiles. Deforestation, use of scientific weapons, unmanaged waste, use of chemical fertilizer and pesticides in agricultural activities. Maximum use of chlorofluorocarbon in manufacturing industry. Its ozone layer is accountable for protecting the surface of the earth from the sun harmful radiation, which is UV rays. The depletion of ozone layer is happening due to greenhouse gases. Effect of global warming. Rise in temperature, melting of Arctic ice, economic loss, effect on agriculture, loss of wildlife and biodiversity, spread of diseases, loss to natural habitat, relocation, threat to life, small island, and human health effects. Social impacts of global warming. Poverty, loss of livelihood, hunger, global food and water shortages, displaced people and malnutrition. Solution of global warming. Planting more trees can be a good step toward removing the problems of global warming. Reduction of greenhouse gases. Reduce the carbon dioxide emission. Avoid burning fossil fuels. Support public transportation and carpooling. Use of clean alternative energy such as solar energy. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Turn off electronic devices. Avoid product with a lot of packaging. We all should be nurturing our planet every day. Earth Day is a prime opportunity to demonstrate our support for the environment. Recycle, compost, reduce of carbon footprints, use natural energy source, and help keep our land, air, and waterways clean. We can invest by planting trees around the house. Our planet is an astonishing place. However, it needs our support to thrive. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. That was great. That was brief, precise, and to the point. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. And so we are so sorry for the technical challenges, the network issues.
It's okay, sir. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
Can I stop sharing?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so thank you once again, Sapal, joining us all the way from Nepal. I hope everything is okay in Nepal.
Yes, everything is okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah, so at this juncture, without further ado, I want us to, maybe before we call the last presenter, who happens to be Martha, I want us to look at maybe a few reactions from there's so many people are following us live on Facebook and YouTube. We have a Sofo Dashavil da Valishil.
Tvalishvili, yes, I heard you.
I'm so sorry for that. The earth is our home. That is what she says. We should help the students to raise.
I
Okay.
cannot see.
No, that one is I'm just reading a few reactions. Now they have been displayed on the screen. So Vili says the earth is our home. We should help the students to raise their awareness. Let's take care of the earth, love and take care of it. This is our first duty. I will quite concur with you. Now, our dear friend from Croatia, Her Excellency Nada Ratkovic, says, great speech. Basanda Sapal, I quite concur with her. And then next we have...
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, we have Eliko Akobia who says, great presentation. Thank you so much. And then we also have a name that I cannot be able to pronounce that says, thank you very much for my successful steps. Inga Kachilava. I think that one is attributed to Inga.
She's here, Maka Sikharulidze. Thank you. Yes.
Oh, that's great. And then we have Isaiah Kiagwi joining us from Kenya. Says, thank you so much, Sir Sapal, my great friend from Nepal.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and then we have Mary who says a great presentation. So those are just the reactions that are coming from the so many great educators who are following us live on Facebook and on YouTube. So thank you so much, distinguished educators, for taking your time to follow us online. We really appreciate this. We really appreciate you for this great work that you are doing. At this juncture, I want to check on our last presenter. Our last presenter, as I earlier introduced, is Her Excellency Martha, joining us all the way from Nigeria. And she is a global school advocate, gender equity advocate, as well as a child protection officer. Trying to check if her network is okay now. Hello, Martha. So,
hello everyone.
David, hello, we can hear you.
Okay, so can I share my screen?
Kindly do, Martha.
Okay, she's here.
Yes, she is.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello,
Martha. Yes.
Yes, I can hear you.
Kindly carry on.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so while I try to bring up my screen, I would like to thank the organizers, 21st Digi Skills, for the good work they are doing. And I'm grateful to be among the speakers of today. My network has actually been giving me some issues. It keeps on changing from one laptop to another. So while I wait for my screen to come up, without wasting time, I would want to continue. Okay, so I'll be talking for a sustainable future, the benefits of upcycling. Hello?
Hello, Martha. Kindly, you can introduce
Hello.
yourself. 1 minute. Hello, Martha.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that. So I'm Martha Jesuleke. I'm an advocate, a global school advocate from Nigeria, and I'm pleased to be in our midst. Thank you. So can I carry on now?
Yes, you can.
Hello.
Hello, Martha. You can carry on, please.
Hello.
Hello.
All right.
We can hear you.
Thank you. I'm actually trying to share my slides, but it's not coming up. So, and I wouldn't want to waste our time for that. So let me just speak on. So like I said earlier, I'm going to be talking about the benefit of upcycling and recycling for a sustainable future. So while I speak on, something just dropped on my mind now that I
Just
can
trying to
always
set
still
up a
share the
virtual
slide with.
background.
You said? Hello? Hello?
Hello, Martha. Just carry on, please. Just forget about the. Just forget about
that is not where you're supposed to click on. What you're trying to do is just set up a virtual background. Click on present. You see a present button, click on it.
Okay.
That is not there. You have to totally go out from there. So you see a plus sign that is for present.
Yes.
Click on it.
Okay, I'm seeing slides, video files, and share screen.
Share screen? Do you have them on the slide?
Yeah.
Yes, I've sent it to Dr. Linda. She could also help me share it. I don't know why it's not sharing from my end.
Kindly, Dr. Linda, you can upload them. You can upload them.
Because Linda, of my technical poor network, I cannot open another. Okay, I'm going to share it to you. I'm going to share it to you for you to help us do that.
Thank you very much.
But if you can click on the share button.
Dr. Linda, you can share with me so that I can add it to the stream.
Here.
You can add it. You can share it with me so that I can add it to the stream.
Okay.
So sorry, sorry, Dr. Linda. You will have to carry on.
So
My
sorry
laptop
for
has
the
gone.
inconveniences.
Now going to what we are experiencing here. Click on the plus sign to present.
Okay.
I cannot do that. My network. Okay, I'm going to. You see present? Did you see the present
yes, so
button?
I'm seeing slides and
yes,
share
I can
screen.
hear you. Yeah. Yeah, click on share screen. But you must
Yes, I did.
Did you click on share? Did you click on share? It's not coming through. We are so sorry about that. Because of the poor network we're experiencing here. Our network is not all that strong. And once I open another tab from here, it's going to go off. So that's why it's only this tab I'm having here. think she's back. She's having some technical glitches.
Hello? Hello,
I
Esther?
think she's back, yeah.
We have lost again. We have lost her again.
It's not Esther. It's the network.
So sorry for that.
Okay, I think we are going to continue. She's having some technical glitches. The network here is very poor. It's not stable.
Oh, so sorry for that.
Okay, just go through the comment section before if you could join us back. If not, we are going to call it a day.
So we have Eliko Kobia who says that today's webinar was extraordinary, the best speakers with the best presentation. Thank you for the invitation. And then we have biggest laugh from me to the best representative of my country, Inga Kachilava. Thanks, Kamako, for hosting the webinar. So we also having Isaiah who says, for the interest of time, oh, sorry for that. So I think those are some of the latest comments that we're having. Your Excellency, Dr. Uche, kindly back to you so that you can give the final remarks. My laptop is also going off and we are having challenges with power from where I am right now. We don't have power.
She's begging me. She wanted to speak. She's begging me that I should. Okay. I really would like to appreciate everyone for this wonderful auspicious day. Per se, all human, everyone. She's begging me that I should not go up. Okay. So what really happened is that the network here is not all that strong. I think the weather temperature is affecting it. The weather here is too harsh. I don't really know. It has not been like 2 weeks ago, but it is what it is. It's not going to stop me. It kicked me out more than 5 times. But I'm so happy because a platform is only a platform that accommodates my poor network. So it is what it is, and it can never stop me. I really want to appreciate all the speakers of today. You did so well, and the campaign, what we are campaigning for.
My dear.
24 Digits Kids have joined the whole world in celebrating this day, creating awareness of the climate change, harsh weather condition, global warming, the 3 R's, all those things that are very, very important. Look at the young ambassadors that have spoken so well, and we are so proud of all of them, and all the dignitaries that have spoken so well. Some of the great founding members of 24 Digit Skills, the speakers, the professors and doctors, thank you so much. And of course, those that are tuning across our multiple platforms, we are very grateful. Did you see where I'm freezing? If I okay, she said that she's in. I just like her spirit. she's very persistent. Okay, let's see how it goes. I really would like to thank them for the great job that they're doing. clamoring for climate change action, combating it, and all the strategies and promotion about climate change action that have been shared here today is really amazing. So, okay, since she's here, I should just allow her to continue before we call it a day. Please be patient with us. Our speaker is here. She has been having some technical. Mata, can you hear me? Could you
Yes, I can
please
very
unmute
well. I
yourself?
can hear you. I can hear you very well.
Okay. All right. Okay, please go ahead.
Okay, so apologies for
we
the
are waiting
technical
for you.
glitch. Apologies, everyone. I promise to share the screen at the share my slides at the end of the presentation for many that want it. Apologies once again. So, like I said my topic is the benefit of recycling and upcycling for a sustainable future. So let's look at the statistics about waste and its importance on the environment. The question that comes to mind says, do you know that an average Nigerian generates 47 million tons of solid waste annually? Each year, the world generates 2.01 billion tons of municipal solid waste. This is expected to increase to 3.4 billion tons by 2050. In the United States, 4.4 pounds of waste per person per day is generated, which amounts to over 250 million tons of trash per year. It takes about 500 years for a plastic bottle to decompose into a landfill. The production of plastic has increased from 1.5 million tons in 1950 to 322 million tons in 2015. In the United States, 32% of total waste is recycled or composted, while 52% is sent to landfills and 16% is incinerated. So what comes to mind after hearing the statistics? The question is, what would happen if you and I didn't recycle anything in a year? So that takes us to the meaning of recycling and upcycling. So let's look at the differences, the meaning of the two. Recycling is a process of converting waste materials into new products to reduce waste and conserve natural resources. Upcycling, on the other hand, is a process of repurposing waste materials to create new products of higher value. Both upcycling and recycling are important for the environment as they reduce waste, conserve natural resources, and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. They are also important for the economy as they create jobs and support sustainable manufacturing practices. So having said that, let's look at the differences between recycling and upcycling. Now we have recycling on this hand. We've said recycling means when we convert waste into a new product. Upcycling means transforming that waste into a higher value product. Then we also have the process of breaking down and reforming materials, which is the process of recycling, while the upcycling is repurposing and adding value to materials. Also, we have the goals. What are the goals of recycling? It is to reduce waste and to conserve resources. For upcycling, is to create unique and valuable products. What are the results we get when we upcycle? We have same or similar products, but when we upcycle, we have improved products with higher value. What are the examples of products we can recycle? We have the turning of plastic bottles into fleece. We have turning of tires, waste tires, into seats for people to sit on. Okay, so what are the examples of upcycling? We have making of furnitures from old doors, changing old clothes, old tattered clothes into tote bags, into purses and the rights. Then what are the benefits of recycling? One of the benefits is to reduce landfill waste and pollution. So what about upcycling? Is to promote creativity and innovation. Let's take a look at the environmental impact of waste and pollution on our and pollution contributes to the degradation of air, water, and soil quality, leading to negative impacts on human health. Also, we have the harmful chemicals and toxic substances from waste can contaminate our environment and accumulate in the food chain, affecting the health of wildlife and that of human, because we also eat from those agricultural products. Also, we have landfills and incineration sites releases greenhouse gases such as methane and carbon dioxide, which contributes to climate change. And we all know that we breathe in oxygen. If the air we breathe in is not pure, definitely we will be endangering the lives of ourselves and that of animals. Also, we have the production and disposal of electronic waste, what we popularly call the e-waste, which contribute to environmental chain damages and health risk for toxic substances. Also, we have the use of non-renewable resources, such as fossil fuel, in the production and disposal of waste, which contributes to resources depleted and environmental degradation. Lastly, we have the improper disposal of waste, such as littering of the floors of environment with all sorts of aesthetics products, which causes environmental problems affecting the quality of life. So having said all this, what are the benefits of recycling? It reduces waste. It brings sustainability. It also leads to resource conservation, energy saving, emission reduction. We have cost saving because it helps us to be able to generate other things without us necessarily using money to acquire them. Also, it helps the habitat. It preserves the habitat. And lastly, it causes the job creation. Also, what are the commonly recycled materials? We have them all around. We use them every day. We have the paper products, the newspaper magazines, the office papers, and the cardboards. We have the plastic containers. We have the bottles, the jars, the bags, the containers. We have the aluminum cans and foil. We have glass bottles and jars. We have steels and tin cans. We have electronic waste, such as our old computers, no more working, no more functioning. We have the TV, we have the cell phones. We have batteries. We have textile, which are the clothing, the bedding, and the towels that are old and we are no more using. We have the car batteries and tires. We have organic waste. It's just unfortunate that I couldn't display because I have some pictures here of all those things I've mentioned have been upcycled, the final product. And you need to see how beautiful those upcycled products are. Now, I will leave us with this quote by Jane Goddard. It says, the greatest danger of a planet is the belief that someone else will save it. The change begins with you and I. Thank you.
Wow.
Wow.
Very good.
Thank you so much for being persistent. Okay, my co-host has already gone, so his battery is already down. For us to be waited for you is not a waste after all. Thank you so much for having how will I put it? This is not event stopper. You just concluded and okay, he's back. Please take over. Sorry, the network.
Hello, Uche.
I don't know.
Hello, Uche.
Can you? Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Now.
The network
right now, I'm in darkness. We are actually in darkness. There is no power in town, but we thank God. We are pressing on. We are not going to give up. The least we can do is to give up. Yeah. So I want to take this opportunity to thank Martha for not despairing. She has really fought, and eventually she has given us a very, very wonderful presentation. We would have really missed a lot. So thank you so much, Martha, and thank you for being a fighter.
For your understanding.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for your
much
understanding.
for having
Thank
shared
you
with us the
too.
benefit of recycling, up recycling and down recycling. That is very, very wonderful. Had it been that you share your screen with us, but it's okay. I'm going to share that. Maybe create a slide, convert it to video so that viewers will view it. Your presentation. That's really awesome. Thank you so much. Honestly, our planet Earth resources have been everyone in the world, but because of the reckless resource extractions, has ruined everything. The ocean, the rivers, and the climate of course has also significantly reducing biodiversity. Just the way you just said, that's why we are creating awareness of these dangers of biodiversity, for endangered into extinctions. This is one of the what will I say? Yes, climate change. Global warming is really affecting every. We need. It requires a collaborative effort of you and I to start with the little one that we can do to preserve our dear earth. I am so happy the way the speakers really address these issues like deforestation and global warming. And today really emphasizes on the value of the planet Earth, encourages everyone to reevaluate their behavior, our behavior. Your behavior is really important. The way we recycle, just like she mentioned, the tons of wastage, as in, oh my God, is becoming so alarming. And if something is not done, the health of ecosystem, everyone is going to suffer therefore. We don't have another planet. This is only planet that we have. So I'm calling upon everyone, just like our young ambassador said, that he or she who cuts a tree cuts cuts life. But when tree, you are planting many lives. So let's try all what we could, even when our lights are homes, that when they're not in use, could we please try to switch it off to conserve energy? There's a lot that we could do. Okay, even recycling, reuse, all these reusables, the plastics, and let's not try to trash them into the rivers or ocean, because the animals, sea animals, they are also suffering the most. So there's a lot that we as humans should try to do to combat this climate change. It's not only just the government or policymakers or institutions, any organization. No, let's start with the little that we could to combat this climate change and make this planet a well place for everyone to dwell in. Not to talk about the companies, industries, and so on and so forth, about the gas emissions and the pollutions and fishes in the ocean, and everyone has been because of all this. So SDG 13 is a clarion call for everyone. If we are not living in a conducive, the air that we breathe, just as I'm talking to you, the air I'm breathing now is very hot because of harsh weather condition. Where I am right now, it is a kind of desert. There's trees that normally survive there. So, but other places here in Nigeria, this is a rainy season. Not really started, just the heat wave. So that is why we should try as much as possible to do our own quota to make sure that everyone in a unique way. I can let while you can opt in to clean even adjacent the river part, or we should just turn off light, just like I said before, when not in use. Thank you so much for your wonderful control. Lily did a great job today for letting us know that all these things, the strategies and all the actions that are being shared here today, they are all exceptional. Thank you so much for the phenomenal and impeccable speakers. You did a great job. And I really want to appreciate especially our viewers, those that are still standing tall with us, regardless the challenges that we experienced earlier on. I couldn't believe that I was kicked out. Oh, my network kicked me out up to 5 times, but I really stood to conquer. When it kicked me out, I will I will be trying and trying. I don't. It's only these tabs I'm having here right now, because if I should open another tab, that it will be more. The strength of the network will be actually reduced. So I really want to appreciate all of you. And my sister here from Nigeria, the same similar issue. The network here, we are not using free Wi-Fi or whatever. Even the available network providers that we are using is not all that stable. It's not all that stable. It's not all that stable.
Hello, Uche. Hello, Dr. Uche, you are freezing. Maybe I just want to read a few reactions from the live chat, and then probably we can wind up the session. Dr. Uche seems to be having some challenges with the network, so I just want to read 1, 2, 3 comments, and then we can wind up the session. We're having, I think, Inga Kachilava can read what is on the screen, because personally, I'm not able to do that. I don't know if she's still on the call, if she's still on. Says that. So we have keep our earth green and clean. Raise your voice against every act of harming the earth. Love the earth and be happy. There is no place to live other than the earth. Save the earth. Thank you very much, dear Uche. Then we have maybe let me check if I can get some 2, 3 other comments, and then we have Dr. Anas Abbas, who says we should cut trees. We should cut trees from one time to the other to renew its life. This is VIP information. Then we have Dr. Olonturin Oloruntoyin Sefiu says a great session. Thank you so much. We have Irina, who says, let's unite and heal the damage that we have caused to the earth. And then we have Dr. Abbas who says, okay, says the link is not accepting. We look into the link. So maybe this juncture, without further ado, I just want us to draw the curtain for today's session. Really want to thank Eliko Akobia for being there up to the end. Okay.
I'm back.
I'll just say we're about to. So, Dr. Uche, okay. I just want to hand over the session back to you so that you can.
I know. I just. I'm so sorry about that. The network, it is what it is. I heard you saying, okay, I'm going to share another form now. For those of you that are yet to fill your form, please click on this. Yeah, some people, they are yet to fill in the form. Okay.
Yes.
Let me share first here. No, the first form is like it has filled up.
Yes. The link is not working.
It's not that it's not working. It has reached the limit for the day. So I'm sharing the second the part of it.
Okay.
So it's as if that the attendance list does not work. It has reached the limit of the day for the day. So that's the second one there. Thank you so much, Eliko, and and Maka for being patient with me today. Honestly,
Thank you very much.
I don't know.
Thank you.
Of all days, today's network is something else. I don't really know. The harsh weather condition is really affecting the strength of the network. But that is why I really even participated much here, but I was busy behind the scene. Thank you everyone once again. This is Africa for you. I know that our network is not that but it is a global issue, not only in Africa. Okay, there are some developed countries that are still having the same technical glitches, and when it comes to the non-stability.
Hello, Uche.
Okay. You are not hearing what? Okay. Thank you, everyone. I would like to say, please join us next week for another blockbuster webinar. Georgian team, executive team, will be organizing a quality education, United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 4, which is quality and equitable and inclusive quality education, and to promote lifelong learning and best practices for all. Join us on 26th, being Wednesday, for this wonderful webinar. And of course, on 27th, being Thursday, we're going to have English version of Sharing is Caring. So you all are invited. And we are so sorry about the technical glitches that we really experienced here today. It doesn't happen every year because of the weather situation. That's really, today's zone honestly has nothing to write home about. We are so we first so brilliant quiz people are still complaining that we are going to create more Kahoot game quiz, but because of these network issues and all that, I don't really know. But it's okay. Thank you so much for still standing tall with us. If you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel at 24 Digit Skills and follow us on our Facebook page, 24 Digit Skills, that would be great. And for you to be notified of our upcoming events, you'll be the first to know when we go live. Thank you so much. And do have a wonderful weekend, the best weekend ever. Thank you so much. Eliko, thank you so much for being here and for having shared your wonderful expertise on this today's topic. And Maka, thank you so much. Didi Magloba, thank you so much. And to my moderator, thank you so much for being persistent, even when we to this event today. But here we are. It's already done and dusted. I'm very grateful to our viewers, those that are still here. Thank you so much, and make sure that all the strategies, all the promotions to combat climate change, all the actions we should start, to trying that to start in your own unique way. Okay, so together we can change the world. Together we can conserve the earth for the future generation that are yet to be born. Thank you so much. And with this, we are calling today's event to an end. Thank you so much, and join us next week for another wonderful webinar. Take care and do have a wonderful. He's signing out for now.